Hi, everyone. My name is Meredith, and I would like to welcome you to the Keep It Pro training call brought to you by Networking Wisdom each and every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific for the past 6 years. The purpose of this call is not only to teach you specific business skills, but most importantly, to teach you life skills that are essential to getting you to the next level in both business and your personal life. I have the honor and privilege to introduce the creator and host of this call, Mr. Romacio Fulcher. Romacio is an extremely successful international entrepreneur, as well as a sought-after leader, trainer, coach, and mentor. Romacio not only teaches others, but he himself applies what he teaches through his intense focus and dedication, which has allowed him to achieve unprecedented success. In fact, in the 6 years I've known Romacio, I have seen him build a team of over 750,000 people worldwide. I've seen him break records in network marketing, become one of the world's top MLM income earners, and help thousands of people all over the world make life-changing income. Over the last several years, Romacio has made it his number one focus to grow his faith and his relationship with God. His dedication and faith are so strong that I have seen him go through incredibly tough times, yet he can bounce back emotionally within minutes. I have seen miracles occur right in front of us because of his strong, growing faith. He has been an incredible example for me as to how faith can change your life. Having said that, Romacio puts 100% of himself into these calls to share everything he has learned in the hopes that his listeners can benefit from his words. Each of these calls are intentional. Romacio's number one goal is for it to be a blessing to other people because he truly believes what you make happen for others, God will make happen for you. He is here on this call today to serve you, to teach you, and to enlighten you. Without further ado, let me get out of the way and introduce your millionaire mentor, marketplace minister, Mr. Romacio Fulcher. Are you there?
Absolutely, I am here. Can you hear me, Meredith?
Yes, I can.
Well, thank you so much for the warm introduction. I want to welcome all of the listeners back again for another edition of the Keep It Pro Sunday training call. If you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, we've been doing this call for now over 6 years, every single Sunday. On this specific number, this is where you can find us. The agenda on this call is in 2 parts. Some Sundays you'll hear us training on life skills. Other Sundays, like today, you'll hear us training on specific skills that you need to get to the top. Today, we're going to be training on the most important, my favorite specific skill to get you to the top of whatever it is that you're promoting. Listen, I'm quite aware that on this call we have rookies, we have amateurs, and we have professionals. We have first-timers, we have people that work jobs, we have people that have a job and a small hobby business. We have millionaires, we have thousandaires, we have hundredaires. We have just about every nationality, every race, and every gender is present with us on this call. I know how important this topic is, and I'm glad you're here with us, guys. I want you to know all these calls are always recorded. So instantly, once this call concludes, it will be uploaded to our website. You can also find it on my Facebook page, and also you can find it on the YouTube channel so that you can re-listen to and take notes and literally pass it on to other people. In other words, this will definitely be a call for the ages. So I want to encourage you to lock yourself in, make sure you're paying full attention, because I promise you, this call will not sell you short one iota. This is my favorite topic, guys. Oh, my God, I could train for hours and hours and days on just this topic alone. Recruiting is such a vital part of your life. It's the number one most important skill. It's the number one most important skill of all skills. If you ever want to know what is the number one skill that can radically change the dynamic of your financial life, it can also radically impact your personal life. It's recruiting. It's this topic that we're training on right now. Now listen, some of you listening to me today, both live and those of you that will listen to the replay, some of you think that we're only talking up to salespeople. You're absolutely incorrect. You're wrong. If I had more time today, I would dive so deep into this to prove a point to every single listener to get you to understand that recruiting is also a part of your personal life. You know, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the husband, the wife, you know, the one that you got, whether you realize it or not, you recruited him into your life. You recruited her into your life. Now, look, I'm not saying that that's bad news, but I'm just stating it as a matter of fact. In other words, we're going to break this thing all the way down for you today to get you to understand your problems, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your businesses, your friends, and everything in between. It all comes down to your ability to recruit. Now, the good news about this call is I have a knack. In other words, I have a specialty. I can take the most difficult topics in the world and make them so simple that even a 2-year-old baby can digest. So I can promise you this call is going to be fun, it's going to be accurate, and it's going to be simple. Anybody can digest this. But one more disclaimer before we get started. I know some of you are thinking, well, wait a minute, I don't have a big, huge organization. I don't have a big company like you, Romacio, or I'm not a salesperson. Listen, as a little boy said, listen, Linda, it doesn't matter who you are. You should want to be the best recruiter in the entire world. Don't you want the best husband, the best wife, the best boyfriend, the best girlfriend? Don't you want the best employees? Don't you want the best people in your team working for you, working with you? Don't you want the best? I'm assuming you said yes. Well, that's what I'm going to show you how to get. I'm going to show you how to have that. There's a lot of things in my life that I'm still working on, that are still under construction, as I would say. But if there's one skill that I have mastered, I'm talking about I can come butt naked out of the shower. I don't need any notes. It's this skill right here, this skill of recruiting. I've paid a dear price. There's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs. But mastery don't come easy. It comes with hard work, sweat, tears. And today on a 1-hour call, I'm going to give it to you absolutely free. We don't have an agenda on this call. We don't sell you anything. We don't pay attention to whether there's 1,000 people listening or 2 people listening. That's not we don't care about that. You'll never hear us at the end of the call, hey, well, listen, sign up for my this. We don't sell you anything. Nothing. This is completely free. No strings attached. Now, some of you may find that quite strange. Why would I give you all of the goodies? Why would I give you all of the trade secrets on how to become great at recruiting for free? And I'm going to share with you why I do that. Because there's only one thing in return that I want from you. One thing in return. I want you to subscribe to our philosophy. It's the philosophy that we do this call under. And I'm going to give it to you. Here it is. We believe what we make happen for others, God will make it happen for us. Matter of fact, why don't you say that with me before we begin? What I make happen for others, God will make it happen for me. Say it one more time. I can't hear you. The lines are muted. But come on, play full out. What I make happen for others, God will make it happen for me. You see, if you just get that deep down in your spirit and you finally come to understand that you promoting to the next level of your life, it's not about how well you can con, manipulate, persuade, sell, or convince a person. It's about you adding value, real freaking value into people's lives. And that's how you promote to the next level. So in other words, I know you're not perfect. Neither am I. I know you have things about you that are, that you're still working on. Me too. But guess what? There still is real value inside of you. And when you learn how to go out and make someone else's life better, when you solve a problem for someone else, God is going to solve that problem for you. When you solve that problem for someone else, God is going to turn right back around, deploy his resources to solve your problem. In other words, simply put, when you go out and help other people, God is going to turn right back around and help you. When you finally come to the understanding that is how you elevate, that is how you promote. It's about the law of servitude. That's why I humbly ask each of you that are listening to me, the only thing I want in return, the only thing I want is I want you to subscribe and believe in the philosophy of what I make happen for others, God will make it happen for you. And so here today, guys, what I'm about to make happen for you, I'm getting ready to take decades of knowledge, experience, highs and lows, successes and failures, and I'm going to give it to you absolutely free. Absolutely free. I'm going to keep it accurate, and I'm going to keep it simple. And I hope all of you are paying full attention, because this is not a topic you can afford to miss. Because the quality of your life is in direct proportion to how well you can recruit. When I say the word recruit, I want you to think how well you can draw into you. All right? Buckle up, because here we go. All right, guys, here we go. The topic, guys, is becoming the best recruiter. Becoming the best recruiter. The first thing I want to open up with talking about is I want to talk about success really quickly. And I want to talk about success in anything, inclusive of the word recruiting. When we look at success, guys, 80% of you being successful at anything, including recruiting, 80% of it comes down to your mindset and your strategy, while 20% of your success comes down to work. Let's say that one more time for those of you taking notes. 80% of your success in anything you do, doesn't matter what it is, it comes down to your mindset and your strategy. And 20% depends upon your work. So right then and there, that's a very important point for you to digest. Because, see, many of you have been taught, well, if you just be a workaholic, you'll eventually get there. I know so many people that work, and they never arrive. And the reason why is perhaps maybe they don't have the right mindset, or maybe they're using the wrong strategy. This is why if you can just capture what I just said to you, 80% of your success in anything you do, it comes down to the mindset and the strategy. Get that, ladies and gentlemen. See, that in and of itself is a huge nugget. What if you do have a great work ethic? But what if you're just using the wrong strategy? Aha. All right. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to break this thing down for you. We're going to talk about for you becoming the best recruiter, no matter what it is you do. Now, notice we're not talking about marketing. We're talking about recruiting, okay? For you to become the best recruiter, we've got 5 different topics that we're going to hit before we get off this call. 5 topics, okay? And we're going to teach them in the right sequence. In other words, the right order. Topic number 1 is mindset. You have to have the right mindset. I'm not going to do a 45-minute training on mindset. I'm not going to do that. But nothing I have to teach you, nothing I have to say will work for you if you don't have the right mindset. I want to give you just a few points when I talk about mindset. When I talk about mindset, you see, Napoleon Hill said it best. He said, at the root of all success, there comes one word, desire. And desire, that means you just got to want it so bad. You gotta just be crazy about it, right? So when we talk about mindset, I want to give you a few things that I want to encourage you to add to your mindset. I don't care what it is you're aspiring to do. There is no one in this entire world that's better than you. Let me say it again. I don't care what it is that you are aspiring to do. There is nobody on planet Earth, white, black, Mexican, Filipino, Russian, Mongolian. There's nobody, a Jew, a Jewish person, a heathen, a Christian, a Catholic, a Muslim. There is no one on this earth any better than you. You have to have the right mindset. Nobody is better than you. All men and women have been created by God, and they were created equal. Equal. You have to have that mindset. If you don't have that mindset and you start trying to become the best recruiter and you're already feeling inferior because you have a speech impediment, inferior because you didn't grow up knowing how to talk really well, inferior because you didn't graduate from Harvard or you didn't graduate with a 4.0, inferior because you're a black person, inferior because you're a Hispanic, inferior because you're not a Christian, inferior. Stop. It will take you forever to become the best. If you already are starting with a mindset of, I'm behind, woe is me, I'm horrible, I grew up in the ghetto, or I have this, and I just don't know these types of people, and, I'm black, and I'm hanging around all these white people that have the money, and I don't know how to speak the white language, and blah, 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 and the white man, and the black people, and I'm not this. Stop. Just shut up. None of that's true. There is nobody in this world any better than you. You must understand that. Even though you're a rookie, even though you're brand new, even though you've never done this before, there's nobody better than you. Nobody is better than you. Now, I want you to understand there are people that are further along than you. There's nobody better than you, but yes, there are people that are further along than you. Give you an example. Listen, I've never ran 10 miles in my life, ever. I'm 44 years young. I've never ran 10 miles in my life. Never. You know why? Because I've never wanted to run 10 miles in my life, okay? But I know a whole bunch of people that have run marathons and 20 miles and all this stuff. So in other words, if I were to try and go run 10 miles today, I probably wouldn't make it today. But see, there's nobody better than me, but there are people that are further along than me. And why is that? Because they've been doing it longer. So I want you to distinguish the difference between somebody may be further along at recruiting than you, they may be getting better results than you, but they're not better than you. Would you please get that? Stop thinking so-and-so is better. The moment you think that, you've already lost. Look, I talk different. I do it. I have a different swagger about me. I do things different. I have my own style. No, I can't be this person. No, I'm not Tony Robbins. No, I'm not Les Brown. No, I'm not Eric Worre. No, I'm not this person. I'm not that person. I'm Romacio Aaron Fulcher, and I'm not changing. Do you understand? This is my energy. This is my style. This is my swagger. This is how I do it. And no, I'm not doing it wrong. And neither are you. So you got to understand, if you got to have the right mindset. So let me give you a few pieces, a few little nuggets about having the right mindset. For example, when we talk about having the right mindset, you've got to say to yourself and you've got to believe that I can do all things. Matter of fact, write that down. I can do all things. You've got to believe and you got to say to yourself, I am the best. You got to say that to yourself. You have to do it. Whatever language you speak, you got to say that. Now, you may be saying, but Romacio, I'm just starting. I don't know. So you got to, listen, it doesn't matter. Even though you're just starting, you got to start with the right mindset. And you got to start, even though this is your first day on the job, this is your first day in the ring, you got to show up in the ring, I'm the best. And guess what? Let me tell you what happens to the best of us. The best get knocked out. The best fail. The best make mistakes. The best, they take shots in the stomach. The best, we don't get it right all the time, but we bounce back because we don't quit, because we got the right mindset. We got the right mindset. You see that? See, the best is not just when you win all the time and you accomplish the goal. No. I can't stand when a winner only tells me about the victories. Do you understand? Anytime I listen to a winner, I'm more interested in the losses and how they took the losses and how they interpreted the loss, what they learned from the loss. I'm more interested in that than I am you holding up the trophy. So understand, I can do all things. Write that down. I am the best. Write that down. If they can do it, so can I. Write that down. If they can do it, so can I. And one more thing I want to give you before we move on from mindset is personal development has got to be your best friend. If you want to become the best recruiter and you are not synonymously in love with personal development, it's going to take you a long time to become the best. I said again, if you are not in love, in other words, I'm telling you, if you are not in love with bettering yourself, i.e. personal development, then it's going to take you forever to become the best. It's going to take you forever if you're not in love with personal development. Now, what is personal development? No, I'm not going to mention to you 10, 20 different books you should read. No, I'm not going to do that. Personal development, to me, there's no limitations on it, okay? Do I learn from books? Yes. Do I learn from audios? Yes. Do I learn from pastors and wise people? Yes. Do I learn from people that live in the hood? Yes. Do I learn from people that are Catholics and priests and nuns? Yes. Do I learn from heathens? Yes. Do I learn from everyone? Yes. There is no limitation to who and where I can learn from. But what I'm speaking to you, you have to have a spirit of you want to get better. You know, there's only two ways to look at this thing called life. You're either growing or you're dying. You're either growing or you're dying. You're either climbing or you're sliding. Which one is it, Frank? Come on now. Talk to me. Which one is it? There's no middle. Well, no. You're either growing or you're dying. Which one is it? You either believe in getting better or are you okay with just getting worse? You see what I'm saying? So personal development has to be a part of your personal regimen. And it never stops. It never stops. It never stops. It never stops. Because what this is doing, this is sharpening your mind. This is sharpening your mindset. And your mindset is going to determine everything about what you will accomplish in this lifetime. Your mindset will determine how do you interpret the word no. And you're going to hear a lot of no's on your journey to becoming the best recruiter. Your mindset will determine how you interpret the rejection. It's your mindset. That's why you've got to get stronger and stronger and stronger in the area of personal development. So the area number one in terms of you becoming the best recruiter is mindset. And I just gave you a few nuggets. Again, I can do all things. I am the best. If they can do it, so can I. And personal development has to be your best friend. Okay? All right. So we talked about mindset. Now what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to get into the strategy. So number 2, if you're taking notes with me, number 2 is you must know the numbers. I don't care what you're selling. I don't care what you're trying to build or grow. You know, when we talk about recruiting, you have to know the numbers. And I'm going to give them to you. It's really simple. It's really simple. Okay? If you are really bad at recruiting, if you are really bad, I mean horrible, you're the worst of the worst of the worst. Every 20 people that you talk to, one of them is going to buy what you're selling, join you, or whatever. Your numbers are 1 out of 20. You will get 1 out of 20. So that means if you need 5, if you need to sell 5 items or 5 things or recruit 5 people or whatever it is you're doing, whatever business or profession you're in, if you need 5, and I just told you if you're very bad, that means your ratios are 1 out of 20. So that means if you need 5, if you multiply 20 times 5, that's 100. So that means you would need to talk to, approach, put your information in front of 100 different people, and you would get 5 new recruits. If you're very, 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 very bad, your ratios are 1 out of 20. Now, this is very important because we're talking about strategy. And if you're tracking with what I'm teaching you now, I'm trying to manage your expectations before you even start. So therefore, you'll be able to say, Romacio told me. That's right. If I'm very bad, I'm going to need to speak to 20 people, and then I'll get one. Okay? Now, if you're average, your ratios are 1 out of 10. If you're average, your ratios are 1 out of 10. This is what I teach. This is all I teach. I have over 750,000 people in my company, my organization today. How did I get that way? These two numbers I just taught you. 750,000 people in my company in 40 countries. And I built it off of these two numbers I'm teaching you today. If you're really bad, you're 1 out of 20. If you're average, you're 1 out of 10. It's that simple. There is no, if you're a professional, no, this is it. I just teach these two numbers. If you're really bad and if you're average. If you're average, it's 1 out of 10. So if you need 5, if you're trying to sell 5, whatever it is, or you're trying to get 5 people a part of your company, your team, or whatever you're doing, if you need 5 and you're average, then that means if you multiply 5 times 10, that means you would only have to talk to or share your information with or put your information in front of 50 people. That's it. Okay? Now, do you see how simple that was? Those are the numbers. You didn't have to go to Harvard. You ain't got to pay me no $1,000 for me to teach you that. I'm giving it to you for free. These are the numbers on how I've built what I currently have and the new company that I now own as of the last 2.5 years ago. And majority of you listening to me, you know that 2.5 years ago, I actually resigned from network marketing, and that's why for those of you that know me to be in the industry of network marketing as one of the top performers, I no longer do network marketing at this present time, and nor am I interested in joining any company, so please don't send me any information. Please don't. The next time you see me a part of network marketing, which will be in the near future, you will see me owning a global network marketing company that will be out of this world. You will see me owning it, okay? So right now, I'm not interested in anybody soliciting me. Don't pitch me because the answer is no. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you make. You can be a billionaire. The answer is no. The next time you will see me in that space, you will see me as the founder of a company that will be giving back to all people across the world in a manner of which to help, okay? Now, but 2.5 years ago, I pivoted. And long story short, I got started in the PPP arena. Okay, personal protective equipment, PPE. You may know it as masks, gloves, testing kits, things of that nature to help serve in the pandemic. Well, I started there 2.5 years ago, okay? And I started at the very bottom. I didn't know anyone. And today, using the skills that I'm teaching you right now, I started from scratch. I didn't know one person in that space. And today, I have one employee who works for me, one. That's it. Me and one employee, what I have built today, I have over 351 different sellers for both sellers and buyers for masks, gloves, testing kits, gold, and also Bitcoin and historical assets. Let me say that again. In 2.5 years, me plus one other person have built a massive sales in terms of sellers that I have and buyers. Over 351 sellers and buyers for either gold. A lot of people are buying gold. A lot of people are selling gold. Also, we have buyers and sellers for people that are buying different PPE. Some people are still buying that. Also, some people are buying and selling Bitcoin. We have buyers and sellers for that. And also historical assets as well. The point of what I'm saying to you, the same thing I'm teaching you right now is exactly how I built what I have in the last 2 years. And now, today, I can tell you, I have some very, very, very extremely, like crazy, like sickening wealthy sellers and wealthy buyers. This is not network marketing. There's nothing for you to join. Don't call me. There's no opportunity for you right now. All I'm trying to teach you is using what I'm teaching you right now at this very second is how I've built this new channel of buyers and sellers I have 351 qualified buyers and sellers, once again, for either PPE services, gold, Bitcoin, or historical assets. Okay? All right. So we just taught you number 2. We taught you the numbers. You must know the numbers. That's a part of your strategy. Now we're going to go to bullet point number 3, and this also is a part of your strategy, your database. I want to spend some time here talking about the database. The number one thing in terms of you becoming the best recruiter that you must do, you must never, ever, ever stop refining your database. Every person that you talk to, no matter where they are, where you meet them, whether it's online, offline, it doesn't really make a difference. You must put together a database. Guys, this is so important. The largest companies in the world, one of the things that make them so valuable is their database of customers. Their database. You have to understand, if you're not putting together a database, chances are you will forget about someone that you met a long time ago that probably could help you right now. There's no way you're going to be able to remember all the people that you've met. You've got to actually construct a database. Write this down. If I'm going to become the best, I must be intentional. If I'm going to become the best recruiter, I must be intentional. If I'm going to become the best recruiter, I must be intentional. Did you just hear me? I said I started 2.5 years ago in a brand new business. I knew nobody, and now today I'm at the very top. I'm at the very top today, very top, because I was intentional. I don't want to have to do my work 2 and 3 times. So when I met Shirley way back when, I put Shirley's name in the database. Okay, Shirley is a buyer for X, Y, and Z. Okay, Paul, he's a seller for X, Y, and Z. And I made sure that this is in our computer system. It's refined. We spend more time on the database than anything else. You know why? Because if you do your database right, it comes down to matchmaking. If you do your database right, it comes down to matchmaking. Let me prove my point. You see, Johnny, he may not be interested in that, but Sarah is. Paul, he may not want that, but you know what Paul will buy? Paul will buy that over there. Do you see what I'm saying? I want you to understand conceptually what I'm teaching you. Your database is the most valuable thing that you possess. If you don't construct a database, you will repeat your work over and over and over again, which now means you're not working efficiently. Okay? So your database is extremely important. If you don't have a database, if you start today, you must start today. You must start constructing a database. Now, let me share with you how you start. Every single one of you listening to me has a cell phone. Every single one of you listening to me has a cell phone right now. What you ought to do is go through your cell phone, whether you have 20 numbers in there or 2,000 numbers in there. Spend some time going through the phone and creating a database. You know, these people go over here. These people go in this database. These people are no good. Get rid of them, right? Go through your phone and begin to that's where you start. Listen, do you understand every person knows somebody? Do you understand? See, this falls under mindset. Do you understand that life's most precious asset in the world is not gold? Do you know what life's most precious asset is? It's people. It's people. And everybody knows someone. So what you do is you start with what you have. See, let me share with you a sure sign that a person has the wrong mindset. When they say, well, if I had what she has, or when I finally get blah, 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 man, then I'm going to be dangerous in this business. Well, you're never going to get it because you're always saying you need everything before you get started. And that's the wrong mindset. You're pregnant full of a huge desire to accomplish something, to build something with great purpose and great reason, right? And a great why, right? And you just get started from what you got. And I'm telling you, teaching you, start with your cell phone. Even if you only got 5 numbers in there, that's fine. Start there. Just start. But the point is, You must have a database. You know, the one employee that works for me, I make sure I teach this person how valuable the database is, and this person knows how to grow that database. I don't have to tell them anymore. They know the most important asset that we possess, that we own, is the database, baby. That is it. And I get so passionate about that, so fired up about that, because I don't have to redo my work all over again. And do you know most people, you have gold in your phone and you don't even know it. Let me say it again. Most people have golden contacts in their phone, but they don't even know it. They don't even know it because they have the wrong mindset. Yes, the people in your phone may not be the buyer or the seller, but they may possibly know someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows someone, and boom, there it is. You never know. You never know unless you go, right? So again, I want to make the argument, I want to make the point that your database is extremely important. I mean, you want to underline that. That is probably the most valuable thing that you can possess, and you never, ever, 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 ever stop growing it. Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. Okay? Now, when 2.5 years ago, when I started the current business that I own now, guys, I started from, I didn't know anyone. I started from the few people I had in my phone. And I just kept digging and digging and digging and digging, and they led me to somebody who 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 led me to somebody. Oh, boop, there it is. Now, here's the beautiful thing why this is so smart to do. See, this is the golden mistake that many people make about recruiting. See, most people think that when you recruit one other person, a lot of people think, well, there's now two. It's me and them. That's wrong. Let me help you with a different perspective. Remember, you already have a database of people, whether that's 5 people or 5,000, doesn't matter. When you recruit Sarah has a database of people. So it's not just you and Sarah. It's you and all your people and Sarah and all her people. Do you understand now how it's not 2 that you've now accumulated? There's a metaphor that we say, 1 plus 1 is not 2. 1 plus 1 is 11. And it's just an analogy to paint the picture to you that you plus another database of people is more than 2. And I'm trying to encourage you to get you to see why it's so important for you to become the best recruiter. Okay? So always remember, people are life's greatest asset. All right? So again, we talked about point number 3 and how vitally important it is to build your database. Again, you can do this using social media. You can do it offline. You can do it online. There are no limitations to how you can build your database. The bottom line, you better build it. It doesn't build itself automatically. You have to be intentional. You have to be intentional. You have to be intentional. The better database you can construct, the easier it will be for you to build whatever it is you're building. Okay? All right, let's go to number 4. Bullet point number 4 about becoming the best recruiter. Bullet point number 4 is you want to learn. Now, this is after you've built your database, right? Okay. You want to learn how to recruit up versus recruiting down. I want to start with talking about what does it mean to recruit down. Recruiting down simply means you approaching someone who's very easy. You like, for example, if I were to go and try and recruit my mom, that's going to be easy. Why? Because it's my mom. She knows me. I know her my whole life, right? I'm comfortable talking to my mom. I'm really, it's not going to really matter to me if she says yes or no. My feelings won't be hurt, right? It's very easy to go after someone that you already know, you have an established relationship with, very easy to talk to them. You know what I mean? They pose no threat in your mind, right? Okay? That's called recruiting down. It's like going after people that, are just really easy. And most of the time they look up to you, so they're automatically going to say yes, doesn't matter what it is you're offering. They're just going to say yes because it's you, right? That's easy. You don't grow from that. Let me teach you something called recruiting up. When we talk about recruiting up, and this applies to any business, no limitation. This applies to any business. You want to, because remember, you got to go through the numbers. You're either going to be doing 1 out of 10 or you're going to be doing 1 out of 20. So you have to go through the numbers. Even though you've got a great database and even though you're going to recruit up versus recruiting down, you still have to go through the numbers. And you have to know that. You can't try and shortcut the process. You can't shortcut what already is the shortcut. You can't do that. Okay? So you still got to go through the numbers. But what we're saying when we talk about recruiting up, give yourself the best chances. Give yourself the best chances to attract quality versus quantity. Let me say it again. Give yourself the best chances to attract a quality recruit. Let's define a quality recruit. Someone that could come into your company, someone that could come into your organization, whatever it is you're doing, and they could make a huge difference if they catch the vision, they're excited, they open their network, and they take massive action. One more time. Let's define a quality recruit. Someone that, if they catch the vision, they have enough influence, enough skill set, that if they were to get fired up about it, whatever it is, and if they were to get involved based upon the character and the integrity that they possess, the skill set that they possess, they could make a huge splash in whatever it is that you're doing if they got involved. Okay? Now, that's called recruiting up. Now, recruiting up, obviously, these people are more influential. They're stronger. They're no-nonsense type of people, right? And so you're going to have to, they're going to force you to get better at your game, right? They're going to force you to get better, okay? But even though you still have to go through the numbers, you're giving yourself a better chance to build whatever you're building quicker, faster, stronger, if you have good people a part of it. And let me tell you something. Good, strong people don't come easy. Let me say it again. Good, strong people don't come easy. So if you want something for nothing, you'll never be the best recruiter. Good, strong people don't come easy. You're going to have to roll up your sleeves and put some effort into it. And when I say effort, for example, if somebody's trying to recruit me into anything, when you call me, number one, you better ask me, do I have 5 minutes to listen to you? And if I say no, then let's set up a time that I do. Number one, make sure you respect my time. Number two, if I tell you I only have 5 minutes, don't take 6. Number three, if I tell you I have 5 minutes, you better get right to the point with me. Get right to it. Don't be stuttering. You better have practiced your words so that I can understand what you're saying, right? And then I'm going to quickly tell you I'm either interested or I'm not. And once I tell you an answer, accept my answer and move on. See, when you're dealing with strong people, we don't take all day to give you a decision. I'm either interested or I'm not. Okay? So I'm just giving you an example. When you're trying to recruit strong people, good people, they make you step your game up. And that means you better go practice. You better be ready to meet. You better be ready to meet him or her, whoever that is. Be ready. Go practice. That's right. Take this thing serious, right? That's right. That's called recruiting up. Recruiting up does make you nervous. You should twiddle your toes. You should, clench your butt cheeks. Whoa, man, I'm getting ready to go talk to so-and-so, man. Oh, man. Hey, listen, man, how does my shirt and tie look? Is this shirt and tie sufficient? Is this a good one? Do I look good in this? Okay, good. Do I have my notepad? Yes, I do. All right. Am I ready? Have I practiced my speech? Yes, I have. All right. Okay, I'm ready. It's showtime. Let's go. Right? See, that's the way I live, baby. I live on the edge. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it, or I don't want to do it at all. That's me. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it, whatever it is, or I don't want to do it at all. If I'm doing it, I'm doing it. And I'm going all the way, straight to the top, whatever it takes. That's where I belong. And that's where you belong too. Because remember, you've been saying, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. I can do all things, right? Okay. So again, we're talking about recruiting up. And again, gentlemen, to the young men on the phone, you know what I mean? You know, hey, listen, this we're talking every area of your life, your personal life, your business life, every area. You want the best, right? You got to recruit up. Recruiting up don't come easy. Recruiting up don't come easy, okay? But you still, what we're saying is, see, if you know you got to go through, if you're average and you know you got to talk to 10 people, why don't they be 10 quality people? If you're very bad, and you got to talk to 20 people instead of just 20 average and ordinary regular people, no. Why don't you pick 20 quality people to get the one you're looking for? You see what I'm saying here? Make a decision in terms of your strategy to recruit up higher quality versus recruiting down lower quality, okay? All right? And then finally, the fifth and final bullet point that I'm going to share with you guys today on how to become the best recruiter. This is where you now, and we're still talking about strategy. Remember, you haven't made one phone call yet. All we've done so far is sharpen your axe. This is why I said 80% of your success is mindset and strategy. And these 5 bullet points that I'm giving you right now are sharpening your axe before you get ready to put that work in and accomplish that 20%. All right? So number 5, here it is. Number 5 is called your sales pitch or your approach. Okay? Have you practiced, refined what it is you're going to say when it's your turn to talk? I hate the word sales pitch, but I use that word because everybody understands that word. Okay? All right? You have to actually, for example, for me, when I was building my network marketing organization and things like that, for me, it was very simple. Are you open to making more money? Yes or no? Are you open to making more money? Yes or no? It was that simple for me. Well, it depends upon what it is. I understand it. It always depends, ma'am or sir. But first question I have for you, are you even open to making more? Because if you're not open to making more, I don't have time to waste. Well, I'm open, Romacio. It just depends on what it is. It always depends. I can respect that. But are you open? So if it is the right thing, you are open? Yes? Fantastic. Boom. All right? So you've got to refine your little 60-second, whatever it is you're going to say. Your 90-second, 2-minute, 3-minute. It can't be any more than 2 minutes. For me, 2 minutes is about the max. For you to get to the gist of what you're talking about, you should be able to do that inside 120 seconds, which is 2 minutes. And when you open your mouth to talk to me, it will let me know that you either have practiced what you're saying or not. And I'm going to let you know what I'm thinking. Because remember, when you recruit me, you're recruiting up. I'm sitting there, as you're talking, I'm thinking, you have not practiced at all. And you're coming to talk to me, someone that can make a huge difference in your business if I decide to partner with you or whatever, and you going to disrespect me like that by not even practicing? Okay, then the answer is definitely no with you. So I'm letting you know the mindset of the strong people because you didn't even practice your lines. So if you're not going to put any effort into who you're approaching, then to me that sends a signal to me that you want something for nothing. You're trying to play the lottery. You're hoping that I get involved in your business and explode it because Romacio is amazing. He knows all these people. So you want me to do all the work while you did nothing? Nope, the answer is no. Never join with you. You don't even respect the process. So that's why I'm telling you, number 5 is now you've got to practice your lines, your pitch, your approach. You've got to practice. Let me give you another thing I used to say. Listen, hey, this is when I was building, and again, this is only targeted when I was building a network marketing team and organization. When I was doing that, okay. Hey, listen, Bob. Listen, I've come across something that seems to be really, really lucrative. I don't want to waste any time. Quick question, Bob. Right now, at this particular moment, are you open to another stream of income? Are you open to another stream of income in addition to what you're currently doing? Are you open? Bob says, man, Romacio, unfortunately not right now, man. I got too much on my plate. Hey, Bob, I can respect that. No big deal. I tell you what I'll do is I'll circle back with you in the future, man. All the best to you. Bye-bye. Guys, that took me 30 seconds. Do you see that? The man said, not right now. I didn't say, well, no, Bob, hold on. Wait a minute. You haven't seen this. How are you going to say no to something you haven't seen? He just told me it's not a good time. It's none of my business to know what Bob has going on. That's not my business. You don't owe me an explanation. Well, I got the kids, and I just got married, and I got this. And no, man, he ain't got to explain all that to you. He said, no, not right now. Respect is no, and move on. Okay, so what my point is, I'm just saying, this is where you want to refine your approach. You want to refine your approach. You want to refine your approach. Do you understand? For me to build the buyers and sellers that I have now, the initial phone call is, hey, listen, I'm calling you, Johnny. Listen, I'm representing some gold right now. We have XYZ offer on the table. Just wanted to find out, is that something that you have an appetite for at this present time? Yes or no? Do you see that? Let me say it again. Hey, Johnny, this is me, Romacio. Hey, listen, pleasure to meet you. Listen, don't want to waste a lot of your time. Listen, right now I'm offering some gold. I'm representing some gold. This is the offer XYZ, and wanted to find out, do you have an appetite right now for some gold? Yes or no? And he'll say, you know what? Yeah, we do. Can you send me some information? Blah, blah, blah. Absolutely. Upon you reviewing the information, do you have any questions? Do you want to digest them over the phone, or do you just want to look at them alone? Which would you prefer? You see what I'm saying? I'm practicing, but do you notice what I'm saying, guys? It took me 20 seconds. I don't waste time. You know why? Because I'm the best. That's why. And so are you. And that's why I'm teaching you these tips right now. And again, to all of you that are listening, these tips, and I don't care if you're a doctor listening to me. I don't care what it is you're doing. I don't care what it is you're doing. Recruiting is life. It is life. It is life. It is life. My question to you, do you have the right mindset? My question to you, do you have the right expectations by way of knowing your numbers? See, if you don't know your numbers, that means you don't have the right expectations. And when you don't have the right expectations, that's how you get so easily disappointed. And you say, oh, it's not working for me. I guess I can never get anybody to come work at my company. It just doesn't work. No, that's not true. You need to know the numbers, right? Number 3, do you have a database that you're constantly building? Or are you just repeating your work over and over and over again? That's foolish. Number 4, are you going after average people, or do you want the best people? Okay? And number 5, are you prepared? Do you have your sales pitch together? Your approach, have you refined it? Have you drilled it over and 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 over again? Or do you have 50,000 different sales pitches that you can never remember? Therefore, every time you talk, you start talking really fast because you don't know what to say, and somebody told you a long time ago, if you just keep your mouth moving, they eventually gonna buy something. And that's a bold-faced lie. Whoever started that myth of if you just keep your mouth moving, they'll eventually say yes. That is the weakest line I've ever heard in my life, and it's so not true. Okay? So, guys, to keep the call very simple, I wanted to just give you some basic concepts that will allow each of you to grow and become the best at what you do. I just wanted to allow each of you to have something so simple. I told you we would have fun. I told you it would be simple and easy to process. And, guys, inside of 1 hour, we accomplished exactly what I told you we would, okay? You becoming the best recruiter, the lion's share of the work is the mindset piece. You know, there's an old adage that goes like this. The toughest part of becoming a millionaire, a multimillionaire, or even a billionaire is believing that you can become one. Let me say it again. The toughest part about becoming successful or becoming a millionaire is believing that it can happen to little old you. That's the toughest part. That's why mindset is so important. Because right now, I just laid out the work for you. I just laid it out. Doesn't matter what you're selling. Doesn't matter. I'm proven. So you can't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. It works everywhere I go, and it's always going to work because I've mastered it. okay? And I don't care how good social media gets and all that stuff. I just gave you the foundational principles on how to build whatever it is and become the best recruiter. Let the world keep spinning. Let it get faster and faster. And these principles just won't change. And that's why I taught them to you. I hope you take it. I hope you took good notes. I hope you share this audio with everybody you know, love, and trust. Let them listen to it. Give it to them free. Don't ever forget what I told you. There's nobody in the entire world any greater than you. Nobody's better than you. Yes, there are people further along than you, but nobody's better than you. And if you really want abundance, prosperity to come into your life in rapid form, you've got to understand the law of servitude. You've got to understand what I make happen for others, man, God is going to make it happen for me. What I make happen for others, God is going to make it happen for me. What I make happen for others, God is going to make it happen for me. You've got to get that deep inside of you. Matter of fact, you need to say that every single day so that you can wake up every day with a mindset of, who can I serve today? Who can I serve? Who can I serve? Who can I serve? You got to love. You got to love to serve. And I'm telling you, baby, that's why when I go on vacation, man, I spend a lot of money. Because, see, I love good service. You give me good service, I'm going to tip you so big, you ain't going to never forget who I was. I'm telling you. I love good service. I appreciate it because I understand the principle in which it fits on. Everything is about service. When you make it happen for them, man, God is going to make it happen for you. Hey, listen, guys, I'm the California Kid. That's our call for today. Thank you much for listening. If you have any other tips that you want us to train on this topic, recruiting, send me an email, reach me on Facebook, and perhaps once I review it, maybe next week's call, we'll jump into part 2 on recruiting. Hey, I love you guys all. Goodbye for now.